Oh, hey there! I'm just in the kitchen. This is stupid. There's not even anything in this pan. Cooking is one of those things that can be a lot of fun, but it's really important to be prepared when you have a vision impairment. So today I've got a few great tips just for you. What's up, VIPs? Derek here, back with another video where it's all about helping you discover life after sight loss. On this channel, we do product reviews, life advice, encouragement, how-tos, and so much more. So if you're new here and that sounds good to you, consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss another single video. I'm back here in my kitchen again today to talk about some cooking tips. Now, I wouldn't say that I am a huge cook. I wouldn't say I, go crazy in the kitchen, but I do have to, from time to time, prepare meals. As I've mentioned, my wife works, so I have to make sure that meals are prepared in the evening. Some of those meals are pretty simple and some are a little more complicated, but I always try to do my best to make it as easy as possible on myself, not only because I'm visually impaired, but because I'm just, lazy and I like to make things easy. So today I've got a few tips for you on making sure that you get the most out of preparing that meal and make it as easy as possible for you. So the first tip today is to get a sighted person to help you in preparation. Now, I know we don't like to be burdens and I know we like to be independent, but sometimes getting a sighted person just to get things ready for you can be very beneficial. And you can do this the night before. They can help you get things out. They can walk you through the recipe. They can show you where certain things might be in the kitchen. And you might know your kitchen really well and you might not need that. But if you're in a situation where you do, it's perfectly okay to ask somebody sighted in your family to help you out. Now, if you're all alone, if you're a single parent, something like that, hey, you know what? You don't necessarily need this, but if you have somebody who's sighted, there's no shame in asking them, hey, can you help me out with this recipe, with this thing I'm doing? Nothing wrong with that at all. The second tip is to measure everything the night before or before you start cooking the meal. Things like measuring cups, Ziploc bags, bowls, all those things can hold the ingredients that you have, and sometimes it's important to make sure you get the right measurement, especially if you're baking or something like that. So go ahead and measure out everything beforehand. Your half a cup of this, your teaspoon of that, your whatever it might be, and measure it out. Put it in like little bowls, little Ziploc bags. You've seen on the Food Network or Cooking Channel how they have all these little bowls laid out because they're on a TV show and they want to use the time efficiently, and they're not going to sit here and be like, let's see, measure this out. They want to dump it in there. And that's actually a really good thing to do. So measure beforehand, and then you'll have less time worrying about, is this the right measurement? Is this not the right measurement? The third tip goes right along with that, and that's to go ahead and get all your ingredients out before you start cooking anything. Get out your dry ingredients, your wet ingredients, get out everything you need and have it laid out in a specific order. That way, when you go to make something, you're not hunting down in the pantry, where did I put that, searching through the fridge. You got it all laid out and you don't have to worry about anything. Now, you may forget something and you have to go to the pantry, but here's the thing. If you got it all ready to go, you're not so much worried about finding the ingredients, you're just concentrating on cooking the meal. So have all your ingredients ready to go and you'll save yourself a little bit of time and a whole lot of headache. The fourth tip is to have a recipe accessible to you when you're ready to go. So maybe that means you put it in an Evernote note and then you can bring it up on your phone or your iPad. I use a service called Pepperplate. It's pepperplate.com, I think. I'll put a link in the description. But it's great because it'll save your recipes and you can go through them and it puts it all in an ingredient list and puts the directions and everything. It's a really nice service. So whatever you do, make your recipe accessible. Writing it down may not be the most helpful to you if you can't see it. If you got a big whiteboard in the kitchen, great, do it that way. But whatever way works for you, make it accessible at the time you need it, remembering you're going to be in the kitchen and your hands are probably going to be dirty, so whatever you need to do to make that the most accessible to you, do that, preparing for that meal. And the final tip today isn't necessarily about preparation, it's just a piece of advice. It's okay to order a pizza. What do I mean by that? I just mean sometimes your meals may not come out fantastic. You may try something new and it totally flops. You may forget an ingredient. For example, I made tuna casserole one time and forgot the tuna. Now, I don't know about you, but tuna casserole isn't the same without tuna. So it's okay just to chuck it and order the pizza or Chinese or whatever it is that's close in your area. Or at the end of the day, make some peanut butter sandwiches and just don't worry about it. Cooking should be an enjoyable experience. Yes, it can be hard work, and yes, there can be some task involved, but at the end of the day, if it flops, hey, pepperoni on top of cheese, on top of sauce, on top of crust is some of the best meal you can have. So go ahead, don't worry about it, call up your favorite pizza place and order the pizza. So there you go, guys. 5 tips on helping you make the most out of mealtime in your kitchen. What about you? What tips do you have? What do you do in your kitchen? Are there certain things that you use, certain ways that you prepare? I'd love to hear about it, and I know others would as well. So let me know in the comments below. Hey, if you liked this video, if you found it helpful, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, share it with somebody you know, and smash that subscribe button so you don't miss another single video. And until next time, remember that sight loss isn't the end, it's just the beginning. My name's Derek Daniel from lifeaftersightloss.com, and I'll see you in the next one.